Hey guys, it's Megan. I have like 15 minutes before I have to go to something at James's school, so I just wanted to do a really fast video about some of my wigs and some of the construction that you can expect to see. So I buy a lot of wigs that are made for African American women because my skin tone is more olive, so I can get away with it. And you're going to have a lot of different cap styles that will help determine how real the wig looks. So this wig is horrific. Would probably be good for an older woman or a boy. So I bought this for James for dress up. But this is a wig that is by Soul Tress, and it was originally $26.99. I bought it for $4. And the color of this is F2327. So I think that means the base color is a 2, which is like a really dark brown, and it has highlights of color 27, which they call a golden blonde, but it's really like super brassy blonde like I have right now. So if I were gonna put this wig on, and usually I would do a much better job with my hair, but since I'm leaving, I'm not going to. I would wrap my hair all up, and then I would put on a wig cap. And if you don't have hair, then you're probably gonna want something called a wig grip, which is like it looks like a headband, but it has like silicone on the top and it helps the wig grip to your head. I do not like to use glue. I only do glue or tape for the wigs when I have like a cosplay event outside and I know I'm gonna sweat. So yeah, I try not to do that a lot because it's just a mess. So anyway, I'm gonna put on this Soul Tress wig, and you can see that not only is this style just horrible on me, but it looks really wiggy. I mean, there's no like, if I pull this over, you can see these are called tracks, these little things right here. And that's where they sew the wefts of hair into this cap. So since this is kind of more of a bouffant style, it's not such a big deal because it's not really a hairstyle that is meant to be parted. I think we can agree that it's not meant to be on my head either. So let's take this off. So if I show you the inside of the cap, this is an open cap, so it's open wefting. You just have like this little elastic thing and all of the wefts are sewn to that. And then on the top, you have this kind of lacy looking stuff, but this is not what I would call lace. When you're talking about wigs, lace means something different. So this is just like the cheapest kind of wig that you can get. You get Halloween wigs that are constructed like this. So that's one style. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is when you're looking for a wig, you might see things called toppers. And when you look at the picture, the girl has like all of her hair and it's gorgeous. But toppers are something different. So this is a topper. And I'm not sure who made this, but it's pretty good quality. I think it might be John Renaud. So if you look at this, a topper is just made to fill out thinning on the top of your head. So you have this, which is called a hand-tied lace part in here, where the hair is individually tied to this super fine mesh. And then you have these clips to actually put it on your head. So if I had hair, I would clip it in here and it would help like fill in the volume. If I had like some alopecia going on, you could even move it further up to kind of conceal whatever's going on in the front. But they look pretty good because when you look at the top, like, I don't know if you can see, that part looks like skin. And that's what you want. You want a good lace part or a monofilament part. I think this is actually monofilament, which is like lace, except it's way, way more tightly woven. You can see how tight that is. So monofilament tops are nice. Silk tops are the best, but they're stupid expensive, and I have never bought one. Well, I have a couple that are sort of silk tops, but they're made for African American women, so I had to cut the brown lace out and actually put my own in. So I have another example here. This is another cheap wig that I bought. I actually got this at the thrift store. It's another synthetic wig. I just pick them up whenever I see them. So this one is fairly typical of what you would see for a white woman. I mean, this is horrendous because I spray painted it blue. James wore it to school the other day. But it's meant to be a blonde, you know, poofy, granny, curly hair. And it's not bad when it's not blue and when it's combed. But, again, when I pull this up, it's obviously a wig, right? So, like, inside the cap is still that same kind of wig cap. So let's see. The difference with this one is that underneath this part, this lacy bits, there's actually, it looks like PVC, some kind of plastic, that actually does look like skin. So that can be cool if you're doing bangs and you have that skin top. You can get away with that oftentimes as long as you have the bangs coming down. But when you try to pull it straight back, you could see it was just awful. So that skin type top is not a bad thing. And those are fairly affordable typically. So let's move on. Which one do I want to do next? Okay, this one. I love, 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 love this wig. This one is, I think, by Motown Tress, and it's a spin part wig, and you can see that part looks freaking awesome, right? But in the front, not so much, because there's like, I'll show you this. There's like 5 seconds of lace up here, and that's it. Oh, and look, what's this? What's this? So when I got this, this looked a little bit darker because the lace in the middle was this like brown color. So I actually took an old pair of Spanx and just cut it and sewed it into the part. And it doesn't matter what you do this with, as long as it's some kind of fabric that matches your skin. If it's stretchy, that helps. But when I put that down on my head, like that looks like my skin, right? So what I do with wigs like this, see if I can put this back on, is I will actually like leave out some of my own hair. And this is gonna be horrible because I don't have time to fool with it. But if you leave out some of your own hair in the front, and even if you get like all twisty with this and you can like put barrettes in it and stuff, well then all of a sudden the hairline that people are seeing is your hair. So that looks really real. So when I get up in here, what I would do is just take my concealer brush and I would just make a little line of concealer down this part to try to camouflage that. And I might even fill in my part with a little bit of eyeshadow because it's more sparse than this part. But these wigs can be really fun, but I think you really have to leave hair out if you don't have the lace in the front. So that is what is called a lace part wig. And often you'll see them advertised as a lace front, but they're not. So this is a similar cap style, but this is all mesh in here. It's not just sewn on and open. And then up here, this is all lace under here, but I've sewn that in there to make it look like my own skin. Hair looks great now, right? All right, what's next? Another one. This wig is by Rodeo, which they don't really sell online. I think it's like a private label for the beauty supply store where I went. Try to tuck this mess in. Okay. So this wig is mud acrylic fiber of Japanese origin by jbshair.com. So I went there and couldn't find anything. If you look at this wig, same thing. You've got the open cap, the open wefting here, and the lace on the top. But then when you get up here, you see you've got this like you had on the other ones, and there's actually a skin top on that as well.